not exactly the sort of families that tended to suffer.
Okay, good morning or good afternoon already? Yeah, good afternoon already. So, just a second, maybe I will shut down the YouTube video. Just a second.
Explanation for it. Malin's peers became sick of 7 of the 8 jobs that she held in those years.
Okay, so let's now take. I've just created 3 samples: one of my Semen and 2 for my P, like three slides. So we will search for the neros to see if, first of all, if they should exist, of course, and hopefully they return to the normal, the normal frequency, or the density, because as you remember, we have had the metal container experiment where I tell them to multiply inside my body, and it proved successful because we've seen that they are actually abundant in the next semen like P samples. But then I thought to myself that it's just that this is probably should not mix with this kind of thing, and I should not experiment with the metal containers. And I hypothesized that just like white blood cells in normal like human beings, like Homo sapiens, is returns to normal after some time. Like there is it spikes during it battles with the inflammation or things like that, and then it reduces, it decreases. So I hypothesize that it will decrease as well in my body to normal levels that we've seen in semen and P respectively. So let's check these three samples you see here. Maybe I'll take a closer look. Just fresh samples of that I'm taking just right now, using normal microscopic slide with the cover of cellotape as I usually do. So let's take a look and let's start with the this is this. Well, I'm not certain what I mean. What was this? Wait a second. No, I can tell by how it was sellotape. This is the P. And this is the semen. So let's start with the semen, okay? And we should search for what's the number of neurons that can be observed. Of course, we use a normal 64 magnification. If needed, we will change. We'll zoom in if needed. Just a second. Okay. So this is the semen sample. It should contain more neros than the P from experience, but not as much as we've seen after we've done the increasing experiment. This is very interesting. I'm not certain we see. Looks like the work of neros, but I'm not sure that these are really neros. So it's interesting. Just a second. Let's search. Looks like the work of a nero, but I'm not sure that. So why do we not see the neros? Just all sort of works. But just a second. Certainly a lot of, as you see, artistic works, presumably artistic works, interesting ones. Not sure that we actually see neros, but sometimes they all appear in one place in the slide. It's also, It's also, like related to how you actually put like the sellotape inside the slide, on the slide. Let's zoom in here, maybe we can find one. Interesting, very interesting actually. Very interesting. But is that a Neo? Maybe you found one already, yes? Yes, I think that's one, a small one. We find one. So yes, great. That's great. Near this artistic representation of something. Very interesting. Wow, very interesting. Hey, this is another one here. Yep. Another one inside this sculpture or whatever. This thing. Okay, so let's now, we stay, this is 160 magnification. We can stay in this magnification or we can zoom out. So maybe we'll zoom out and if needed we'll zoom in again. This is very impressive work of art, I would say. But where are the Neos? This is the end of the sellotape, you can see. Many times you see interesting things like near like the end of the sellotape because it's like the liquid, flows just to the, like when you push it, like the liquid flows, you understand? So it's very common to see interesting stuff here, but we don't see Neros. I don't know why. Like we've seen a number of small ones, but maybe that's maybe that's the normal. It returns to normal, like distribution. Here's another one. Okay. But we see a lot of artistic works, so it hints to us that the body contains Neros, but not we don't see them in the P. Maybe they just don't. In the Semen. Yeah. So now we see a very very nice Nero, like besides an extremely intricate and interesting work of art. Maybe we will zoom in to see this work, to inspect this work of art, and also the Nero that are adjacent to it. Wow, this is incredibly interesting work of art. Incredibly interesting work of art. Wow. Maybe I'm so excited that I saw it for a second, maybe to show it to the people in this hostel, but they do not like art. They are more like into smoking and eating. But it's okay. I have no condensation. I do not go look at this like from above. It's okay to like these things as well. So this is a Nero and a beautiful one. Very, very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. More. Yes. So let's zoom out again. You can hear the monkeys like coughing and shouting. That's how they show their support. And I respect it. I respect it a lot. So this is the Semen sample. These are two wonderful Neros, small Neros, but wonderful. Very, very nice. And many works of art. I just like it. Yeah, wow. So so we see more Neros here. So okay, so it's normal not to see all of them on the same place on the slide because, as I said, it depends on how would you actually stuck, how you stick it to the slide. But yes, certainly many, we see a good amount of Neros, not as much as we've seen doing after the multiplication experiment. But so that's exactly what I wanted to see. I think that this sample is very positive from my point of view because we see Neros. But in a quantity which is to be expected from past past like normal samples, but I mean not the ones that was just after like the body was full of them. And we see many works of art, which is great. It means that the neurons are healthy and they do, I mean, their normal job. Excellent. So now maybe we should take another look. Take just a quick look at the two P samples, just to complete our This is the P sample. I don't know if you watch it. I mean, you can watch it better like when there is black on like with the black background. So let's take a look. It could be very helpful. I mean, just to complete the picture, as they say. All right, okay. Wow, so here we see neurons with some kind of like, it looks like a hair actually. Maybe it was just a hair from like, from from the place that actually, I mean, brings the pee out. So, this is a great work of art. Very exquisite. More of this here. Great. So wonderful. An exquisite, I would say. Exquisite work of art of the neurons. Exquisite. So nice. So nice. Wow, amazing work of art by the neurons. Amazing. So, but we haven't seen actually many neurons. So let's continue our search. But we've seen a little bit on the side. But let's continue. Nice. What is this? This one? Is this a neo? No, yeah. So maybe a neo here. I'm not sure what is even. Not sure. This looks like a pea. I mean, just like a bunch of pea. Interesting. So here we see all sort of like debris or so, but no, I'm not sure we see neos. I mean, it's okay because as you remember, there shouldn't be that much neos in the P normally. We've seen tremendous amount in the P only after the like increasing experiment, but normally you don't see much. I mean, it was known that it's like that. That's why I used Semen for like many months. I only used Semen, like almost only used Semen because it was much more dense, and I knew that it's like that. So, I mean, because I've seen like from early experiment that you can see like neos in the P, but not many. So it's not new. These are, I mean, very nice like works of art. Very nice. So it makes sense. I mean, this also I think in line with what can be expected from a normal P sample with a normal amount of neos and like artistic creation. These are also interesting. So let's take a look now on the really very quickly. We'll take a look at the last slide. Just a minute. So this one, was it this one? No, this was the Semen sample. Yeah, that one is the last one, okay? Great. Also a P sample. So I'm searching for Neros. I don't see many. Like, but we see many creations, like many artistic works. Very interesting. So this one is a Nero, okay. So there are a little bit. But again, this is a piece sample. So, I mean, we know that from experience, we don't see much in piece samples. Maybe I will just take a different angle of the slide because I placed it like in an inconvenient like angle on the shelf, like the microscope. So maybe now it will be a little better. This is interesting. So we see a little bit of Neos here, which is good. Not much, but we see a little bit, and certainly many artistic creations. Very interesting ones said that. So this is the end of the slides where many times you can see interesting Neos and also interesting creations. Nice. Very nice. What is this? Not sure. Very interesting. Wow, nice, nice, very nice. So, overall, very good, like interesting samples, and I would say a very positive result. And maybe we'll take tomorrow or the day after more samples to see. I mean, if the trends is, if the trends is like I mean, like as positive as actually it looks like now. So now I mean we have everything here. So maybe I'll clean the slide so we can take more samples later. So I mean, bye for now.